Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Blair. Today I want y'all to get to know me a little bit better, so I am going to be taking you through my contortion practice and giving you some information on how I got started training as a contortionist a little over a year and a half ago. So I grew up as a dancer and I danced for 15 years competitively. Then I danced professionally for 2 years and I quit. I started practicing yoga, and it's always been a goal of mine to be extremely flexible. So when I was continuing with my yoga practice, throughout the classes I would go to and in my practice, I met a professional Cirque du Soleil coach and started training with her. And I now train contortion 5 days a week. So contortion is something that entails circus arts, handstands, splits, deep back bending, and it is a lot of work that you really have to train because it's not really natural for our bodies to want to do these things. So that's why I train it consistently. It's really made me have to learn a lot about my own body, healing all of my previous injuries from dance and learning how to really take care of myself, how to eat properly, sleep properly, regulate my nervous system. This all really creates my practice, and it makes me show up to my contortion practice the best. It is truly so life-changing when you take care of yourself, you sleep properly, fuel your body with the good nutrients it needs. And what I found out the most is really having my nervous system regulated. So when I'm going into a practice, into training, whatever it is, strength, handstands, contortion, I will do breath work before and just make sure that my body is in this regulated Zen state so that I am showing up my best in a calm state and not getting injured. So today I want to show y'all what I've learned through my consistent practice, some of the skills that I developed, and I'll be taking y'all through my warm-up and how I prepare my body to work into these skills. So a lot of these skills take a lot of time to develop, and like I was saying, it takes a lot of time to really prepare your nervous system to adapt to this type of training. So if you have never tried to get into any of these deep postures, today might not be the start. Feel free to follow along with the warm-up, but I'm so excited to share this with y'all. So come meet me on my mat. So all I'm using today for my practice are these 2 blocks. These are a staple piece of equipment that I use in every practice for my warm-up and throughout the practice. So yeah, here is what I do for my warm-up. I start off with no blocks. I come onto the wall and just take a stretch here, holding for about 20 seconds. It's a bit difficult if your feet are together. If I'm feeling a little bit sore that day, I'll maybe bring my feet slightly apart. It's important to breathe. And then I cross my arms. And then switch it out. Then I'll add the blocks. Facing vertically. Pressing my chest towards the wall and breathing. And then I will use one block to open up this part of my body, facing the block vertically. Super important to breathe. And making sure the block isn't too low so that it's not cutting off your circulation. Very important. Then clasping my palms, bringing my thumbs to my forehead. So I'm pretty open right now, so I usually just go straight into the block stretches on the wall, but if I were teaching a beginner this, I would have them start off with this stretch. Put the blocks on the wall. And then place my elbows at the bottom of the blocks because this is really going to open up the shoulders. If you take the blocks lower, it gets deeper into the mid-back. adductors, and then dropping low, making a sending my head towards the floor. From here, I slide into my splits. I'm going to breathe. So the first skill that I work on in my back bending training contortion is chin stand. This is a very staple skill to have. So I usually start with a warm up. I place my blocks like this. I'll show you how I enter slightly away from the wall. Placing one chin down, I can go. Breathing here, and then. So from here, I'm going to enter my full chin stand. I start by lifting one leg, bring it down. So now that I've done my chin stand, I start to work into deeper variations of this, and the next one that I'll be doing is I drop back and then go into my chin stand and then go into what is called a zigzag position with my feet like this. So you'll see it's lots of fun. Let's go ahead and get to it. So that was a chin stand zigzag. So now I'm going to be showing you what is called thinker's pose. So I start in the same setup, coming into my drop back. And going down to my elbows. That was thinker's pose. So now I'm doing my forearm zigzag variation. So I come down to my forearms, lift one foot up. And there was my forearm zigzag. So the next thing I'm working on in my current practice is what's called splits ankle catch. So it is a variation where you're on your mat in the splits and then reaching to catch the back ankle, eventually catching with both arms. But I'll go ahead and show you how I get into this. So bring my right foot forward. Reaching back. So the next posture I'll be showing you is my low lunge ankle catch. I start in a lunge position. So that series that I did at the beginning of my practice, working on my hip flexors, that is our pose for this. So I start here, sending my hip towards the ground. Thank y'all so much for watching. This is some of the skills that I'm currently working on in my contortion practice that have taken me over a year to get to. And if you want to deepen your flexibility, check out the rest of my channel. I have a lot of amazing videos you can follow along with. Thank y'all so much for watching.